my name is Joey. I'm a 23-year-old game designer living in Appalachia, and I've been working on a small indie game called Chiaroscuro for a little over 3 years now.
Chiaroscuro is a 2D adventure platformer with Metroidvania elements, which blends features from games like Cave Story, Hollow Knight, and Undertale into an interactive narrative. In October 2020, Chiaroscuro ran a successful Kickstarter campaign to fund the project's creation, and recently, the game has entered its beta phase of development. If you're interested in checking out the game on Steam, you can try a public demo, so give that a go and wishlist the game for notifications on when it's complete.
Today I'm going to show you what a day in my life looks like. Most days I'm either teaching game design online, working a part-time retail job, or working on Chiaroscuro. I'm super introverted. I know that plays into the game dev stereotype, so I spend most of my days working here at home. Today I just have teaching and game design on the schedule. Now, I already had my class at 10 a.m. and I can't show that just because one, I already taught it, but two, I work with kids, so can't show that. But pretty much today they worked in Roblox Studio and I taught them how to implement a combat system. I usually start my day by checking emails and things, so let's get started. Okay, so it's about noon now, it's lunchtime, so let's go get some food! So for lunch, I'm having an everything bagel. It's got guac, well, spicy guac. It's got lettuce. On one we got, I guess turkey or ham, I can't remember. And then pepper jack, we got egg on one, and then we got brie on this one. I'm a cheese man, so I don't know. I love my cheese. Listen up. Okay, so now we've just had lunch, and so I don't have another class until about 7 p.m., so I'm just gonna work on Chiaroscuro until then. I got my work buddy here, Turtle.
Meow.
He's chilling like a villain. Alrighty guys, so I've been working on something pretty cool the last few days, and I want to show you what it is, so let's check it out. I don't really have a name for him yet. I think it's gonna be called like the Zephyrling or something like that. But this is a wind-based creature, and he's got little shurikens that circle around him. Today I'll be working on the animation for him and implementing him into the game. I've already added in kind of like a beta version of him. I'll show that clip here over this voiceover. But today I'll be adding in his sprites and animations and working him into the game. In addition, I will also be working on just some visual elements to the game to help the player with navigation early on in the game before they get the map. And I'll also add in some nice little touches, such as like a water wheel to Dusk Haven.
Let's talk a little bit about this creature that I've been working on. For now we're calling it the Zephyrling, and it's pretty much just a wind-based creature that has velocity shurikens circling around it. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with this enemy yet, but I knew I wanted it to exist in a few different areas of the game. I wanted to make it seem sharp and defensive, maybe a little territorial. Whenever it gets hit, the velocity shurikens circle around him faster, making a shield so it doesn't get hit again. I want to do a little bit more with the movement of this enemy, but I'm still in the process of deciding what I want to do with that. But part of the idea with how Rose will gain elemental spells is that she will see unique abilities that enemies and bosses will do, and she'll want to copy those and replicate them for her own once she gets the element of her choice. So in this instance, she's seeing the velocity shurikens of these guys, and later on she will get this element as well and be able to perform these same shurikens. And also, this enemy is placed in a more vertical level. You see, in this part of the game, you're ascending a mountain, versus a lot of the other parts of the game were more horizontal. So in the enemy design and its movements, I wanted it to be a little bit more vertically themed, and I wanted it to disrupt the player as they tried to ascend the mountain, because they are territorial about their location in the cliffs. So yeah, that's this enemy. Alright, it's time to take a little skate break. Let's check the weather. That's what I like to see. I forgot the board. Get back in here. It's not time to go outside. Goodbye.
By the way, I'll never let these thoughts see the light of day. Please don't run away. Wherever you are, feeling out of place, think I'd rather stay. I wanna stay for a while. I wanna move your way. No, the roof might cave in. All of these snakes in the wild. I'm about to lose my brain. Tell me who gon' save me.
Wait, so let me get this straight. So the obby that you're working on is pretty much you go through like this city that's on. I think for the rest of the night, I'm gonna continue working on that little wind-based creature that I was talking about earlier. Try and get his behavior working, all that kind of stuff. I'll show you that clip in just a second. I think I'm gonna also add a few quality of life changes to Chiaroscuro. I might add in some directional signs for if a player finds a shortcut, that way they don't get lost. And then I'll also add in some little ambiance in Duskhaven. I'll add in a water wheel, and I'll show you how that is. So let's check it out.
This is another thing that I'll be working on today. Okay, so at the start of the game, the player doesn't have a map, and they're kind of just wandering. I've added a few shortcuts for speedrunners that are interested in trying to beat the game faster, obviously, but I've found that this can sometimes accidentally get new players to go backwards. So I've added a few visual cues to hopefully get the player back on the right track if they accidentally start going the wrong direction. I also added in a water wheel to Duskhaven because I felt like Duskhaven needed a little bit more in the city. So yeah, these landmarks hopefully will give the player a sense of direction early on in the game before they have the map. Anyways, that's about it for the content that I've worked on today.
Alright, so it's dinner time, and I got the Feast of the Ages. Check me out. We got Lunchables, we got ham, we got cheese, and we got crackers, and we got the vanilla, or whatever kind of wafer that is. We got the Capri Sun. That's how you know we're living good. So that was a day in my life, so it's time to go to bed and do it all over again. Thanks for the support, guys.